Hi everyone, Stephie here, and I am thrilled to be sharing my first process video on the Scrappery channel. I must apologise about the light, but I do turn the lamp on in a minute so it gets better. I am just mixing up some modelling paste. I've just used some modelling paste, some of the Heidi Swap Colour Shine spray, which came in the kit TSK Ava, and I also added some glitter in there for a little bit of sparkle. You can never have too much sparkle. So I'm just using the gorgeous floral mask that came in the kit with my pink modelling paste. And I love that flower. It actually it really reminds me of my wedding dress. My wedding dress had all flowers like that on it. So I'm definitely going to be using that mask again for some wedding layouts. I have sped this up a lot because I'm quite particular. If you watched my introduction video, I did say I struggle with the messiness of mixed media at times, and I then went on to do it for my first video to show you, which might not have been the best idea, but I stuck with it, and I'm reasonably pleased with it. So I'm trying to overcome that fear. It's mess. I don't like mess. It's mess and splodgy bits that aren't meant to be there, which is ironic because I put splodges of spray on everything. So I'm just adding 3 of those roses there. And I think there were a variety of colours for the Colour Shine sprays, so people may have got different ones. The one I got was called Pink. They were all shades of pink, but I think one was blush and one was something else. But I got Pink. I did add quite a lot to that modelling paste. I think if I do it again for my wedding layout, I will probably use a bit less spray and get it a bit paler. And I had some paste left, so I'm just adding that in my art journal. I had a pinky page that needed other things. If I have little bits left over, I just add them in there. I don't actually do very much more in my art journal, if I'm honest. It's mainly just half pages of leftover bits, so I must work on that really. So now all that's away, I'm just quickly going to run my heat tool over just to make sure all the texture paste is dry enough before I put things on top. And this is the photo I'm scrapping today, and I am layering it on a number of papers from TSK Ava. I wasn't sure about this floral paper when I first saw it, and I think it's one of the only pieces that I hadn't already cut into to use. But as a layer, it was actually quite subtle, so I did really like it, and I end up later on cutting out some of the flowers to use as embellishments as well. And in that tray I have got all the other bits and pieces from the kits, and I'm just going through the Dear Lizzie ephemera pack to pull out some bits and pieces that I might like to use. I think the ephemera pack was in the TSK, but I can't actually remember. I have managed somehow to use a few things from each kit, so I will try and tell you as I go along. All the papers are from TSK Ava. The stencil and the mist were from TSK Ava, and I'm pretty sure the ephemera was as well. So I've just used various strips and little pieces of the papers from the TSK, and I'm just cutting out those flowers from that one. They're actually really sweet. I don't know why I didn't like that paper when I first saw it, because when I cut the flowers up, I actually wished they'd put those flowers in the ephemera pack, because they're really pretty. and I could have used probably 3 times as many as I did, but I didn't want to waste too much of the paper. So I'm just positioning a few things I think I'd like to use. I did fiddle around with those pinwheels for a little while. They don't really go, the rest of it's all floral, but I loved them, so I wanted to use them. And I'm just using the stamps from BPK Zara, and it says hello there, and the words are one on top of the other, but I've actually inked the 2 words up separately so that I can fit them side by side on this label. And the label is one of the printable items that comes with the TSK. There's a sheet of all different labels. I love that because it means I'm never going to run out of labels again, because there's different colours to match the kits each month, and once I've got those digital products, I can just print them as much as I want and carry on using them, which is something I love about these kits. They go so far, and with the digital elements they go even further. This is actually the tissue paper that my kit was wrapped up in, so it's such a lovely pink that was never going to go to waste. So I'm just layering a couple of sheets of that underneath, and I feel like the pink doesn't stand out enough, so I do layer it on some white tissue paper as well, just to focus the pink a little more. I love using tissue paper. I don't know why. I think it's because it's a little bit softer and lighter than scrapbooking paper, and also cheaper because I normally just keep it from packaging. So it's free, and I'm being quite stingy with my paper this month if you look at the size of the strips I'm putting in there, but it does mean the kits go even further. So I loved those sunglasses, and this picture was actually taken a couple of days ago, and it is in the middle of winter here in the UK, and the day before this picture was taken it was snowing, and despite the fact that we've been in the middle of freezing cold winter, snow and all sorts, I saw some sunglasses I liked and bought myself some new sunglasses. So I had to take a picture of those, and I had been saving that embellishment, the heart-shaped sunglasses, because I loved it. It's my favourite piece from that ephemera pack, but I didn't really have a picture to use it with. So as soon as I got my sunglasses, I had to get a cheeky selfie so that I could use those little red sunglasses. I have layered there a number of the little flowers that I cut out, and I'm just adding some of the washi tape which came in PLK Mia along the top, and I think that washi tape I'm using there actually came in the previous month's BPK maybe. It's a gold washi tape with all X's and O's. It's lovely. I'm just adding a few more florals from the ephemera pack and one of those gorgeous mint and gold tickets. And if anybody is using those tickets and don't already know, I think, to be honest, I'm probably the only person that didn't know, but I was using those. I'd used them a whole bunch of times before I watched someone else's video, and that person said these tickets are really handy because they're self-adhesive and you pull the backing off. I did not have a clue. So if there's anyone else like me that doesn't know, they're really handy. They're self-adhesive. I just added a few more wooden embellishments which came in the BPK, I think. And I keep looking at these thickers. I really want to use them. I wanted to use the gold thickers from the TSK to add a title or something about my sunglasses, but I've run out of ends, so I couldn't do that. Ends and A's, so sun or glasses, I couldn't do either. I really want to use those white phrase stickers, but I can't really decide if any of them are appropriate. Just adding a few enamel dots which were in I want to say TSK Rubin, I think, and those pink Kaisercraft rhinestones came from the Scrappery shop. They are my favourite thing in the world, I think. I put them on everything. And what I'm actually doing now is I am colouring in the lenses of those glasses with a clear Sakura glaze pen, and it just makes them a little bit shiny, a bit glazed. To be honest, you probably get a better effect with glossy accents, but I'm too impatient to wait for that to dry. I normally end up putting my finger in it and ruining it. So yeah, I have taken that large floral there from the Dear Lizzie sticker sheet, which was in PLK Mia. I use a few bits off of that, and I also end up adding a bit later a few of the puffy stickers from the same collection, which came in the BPK Zara. In fact, just there is a floral and some feathers. Not feathers, leaves. They could be feathers, but I think they're leaves. And I'm adding that heart which says foolish, because it was a bit of a silly selfie, and who buys sunglasses when it's snowing outside in the middle of a damp grey British winter, other than me? So now I do decide this seriously is the word I'm going to go with. I mean, new sunglasses are very serious business. So yeah, I went with that. I was actually completely over enthusiastic and excited about my new sunglasses, because I had some sunglasses I loved, and 3 years ago on my honeymoon in Mexico they were stolen, and the ones I got to replace them I really didn't like very much. So when I found these, I was really pleased. I'm just splattering some drops of Heidi Swap Colour Shine, and I have used the pink which came in the TSK, and I've also used some gold and just a tiny bit of black, and I'm done. So that wasn't too scary, my first video. I hope it wasn't too horrendous for you to sit through. I'd really like to know what you think of my layout. I hope you like it, and I'll be back really soon with something else. Don't forget, if you hadn't seen it already, there is a special offer on at the moment for all new subscriptions to any of the kits from the Scrappery. You will receive a Heidi Swap stencil and colour shine spray for free. So head on over there and check that out. Speak to you soon. Bye.